This morning, folks, on Jim and Simon show on Talk Sport, Liverpool have put something out over the weekend. Diogo JOTA in his own voice talking about his journey from Portugal through to Wolves, through to Liverpool, and ultimately winning the Premier League last year. And it was all in his own words. It lasted 2 or 3 minutes. Really poignant and really heartfelt. And he come across really, really well. Just as we've been reading over the last few days. Really humble. Just a nice guy within it. And you know the bit that got me? Well, there's 2 bits there, to be honest with you. One in a nice way and one in not so much a nice way. He actually said, do you know what? He said, we've just won the league now. We've just won the league. And I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life. And I thought, bloody hell. Didn't have much rest of his life, did he? What a bloody shame. You know, he's at the pinnacle. And he's had 3 or 4 weeks to celebrate. And that's it. Don't get me wrong. I know there's more important things than what they've won. I mean, his wife and family and whatever else. But I thought, when he made that statement, he will have thought he's had a whole life in front of him, you know, and hopefully his career will take off and get even better. That's what he'd be hoping for. You know, I mean, let's face it, the favourites to win the league again this year, he'd like to have been part of that. All of a sudden, he's not there. But he also said earlier in the piece, he said it was his dream to play in the Premier League and for Portugal since, I think he said, 2004. When he's seen Cristiano Ronaldo make his debut for his home nation. And he said, I always thought I want to be like him. I want to emulate Ronaldo and play for my country and play in the Premier League 'cause it's the best league in the world. And I thought to myself, again, fantastic words. Isn't it just a shame the person he was talking about, Cristiano Ronaldo, who ended up going from being his hero to his captain, didn't make that funeral. I mentioned it in yesterday's transmission or the day before, said I was disappointed, but the more I think about it, and the more I hear the words of JOTA from his own mouth, this morning that is, I thought to myself, you know, there's one of those two, him and Ronaldo, who I'd rather be and rather be mates with, and it's not all Cristiano. You know, with Cristiano, I think it's a bit self. And with JOTA, it's totally the opposite. It's all looking after others and caring about others. And I thought to myself, you let yourself down there, Cristiano. I know you said you didn't go because you thought it'd become all about you and you didn't want to take from JOTA. But no, I think JOTA would be comforted to know his idol, his hero, was there at his funeral and thought that much of him. I think you dropped the ball there, Cristiano. I really do. Anyway, that's the last one on JOTA from me. I suppose there'll be nothing else to say. There's nothing else I can add. But just such a sad weekend. Sad state of affairs. What a shock. Real shock. And a real shame. Taken too young. Much, much too young.